It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Divas That Care. My name is Candace Gish. Well, I'm so excited that each and every one of you has tuned in to today's program. I'm really excited. I'm going to be introducing a brand new diva to the Diva family. We're going to get to know her for the very first time because we have never had her on our program before, and I'm really excited because she's doing so many amazing things out there. And I'm so excited to share it with all of you guys. All right, if this is your very first tuning in, thank you so much. The Divas That Care is now in its 11th season. We are listened to in over 30 countries around the world. So we're so excited about that. And it's because we have great listeners like you that we're able to do this. And we have amazing podcasts on our network. We have a whole bunch of hosts. So make sure you go and check them out also. All right, everyone, I said that we're going to be introducing a new diva today. And our new diva today is Farnaz Hazan Ali, and I'm so excited to have her. So welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Candace. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, I'm really excited to have you. You and I have had the opportunity to chat, to get to know each other a little bit, and I love what you're doing. But before we dive into that, would you mind introducing yourself to our listeners tonight?
Sure. So my name is Farnaz, and I am a CEO and co-founder of a small business founded right here in Edmonton, Alberta. In my day job, I do work for a nonprofit organization, and I studied psychology in my undergraduate career. So doing a bunch of different things, and currently, working on my passion project, my baby. And so, it's just, it's been a wild ride so far.
And you are doing so amazing, and we're so excited to be able to share this with our listeners today. So let's talk about this amazing company that you have. You're the CEO of. You're nonprofit, you're part, but let's talk about PreggoBox. I love the name, I'll be honest with you. And when I had the opportunity to go to your website and I was checking this out, I wished that there was somebody like you around in a company like yours when I was pregnant.
Oh, thank you so much. We hear that so often whenever we talk about PreggoBox, and it's so heartwarming. So the concept really is, we have these trimester boxes. We are a subscription-based service, but we also sell individual boxes. And so each box is, tailored to the needs that you have in your trimester. So we have boxes for trimester 1 to postpartum. And the idea is that moms really deserve to be pampered. Like, they do so much hard work. They're just so deserving of it. And so when someone's pregnant, usually people will bring a gift for the baby, but they tend to forget about the mom, which no hard feelings there, but, they really do deserve to be spoiled and loved and cared for. So we started this subscription service so that we can kind of fulfill that goal there.
It's so crazy, and it's so amazing. I just look at it, it's like, wow. Why did you decide to start this company?
So it's a really great story. So I am a sibling of, we have 4 siblings, so I'm one of 4. And when our oldest sister, we have 2 older sisters and an older brother, when our oldest sister got pregnant for the first time, we were all so excited. Like, this was going to be our first family pregnancy, and we wanted to go out and, buy her stuff and send it over to her. She lived away from us. So we wanted to put together this awesome care package that would just show her how much we love her, wanted to pamper her, spoil her. But we had no idea what you need when you're pregnant. Like, we've never been through it. And so we had to do a lot of research and a lot of running around to put together these care packages for every trimester. We really wanted to spoil her and show her that we loved her from afar, of course. So it was really that time that sparked the idea of PreggoBox. We wished we had what we have now, which are these curated boxes that have all the needs that you will need to have in your trimesters and then also in postpartum. So it was kind of this whole love in a box concept that we wished we had when our sister was pregnant, that we wanted to create so that we can, have this solution for other people who are in our shoes.
What a great idea. Because this is something that you don't think about. And I love how you do it through trimesters 1, 2, 3, and then postpartum. Like, what a brilliant idea.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we can't forget, after pregnancy, there is still that phase of motherhood when you've just given birth and you still need all the support you can get. And so, we have our hand-picked essentials that will pamper you during pregnancy all the way to postpartum.
And how do you pick the products for this? I know that you are a Canadian company, and you say that you're doing small businesses. You're supporting a lot of people. How do you pick these businesses out?
So after doing our research on what moms will need during each trimester, for example, the number one problem we want to tackle in trimester 1 is morning sickness. That's the most common symptom that a mom will have when they're pregnant. And so, we saw that teas really help with that, and salty snacks help with that. So we reach out to any, Canadian companies, small businesses that sell these products and work with them to create either a custom product for PreggoBox, or we'll use something that they already have. So we work with Acquired Taste Teas here in Edmonton, and they have a honey ginger rooibos tea blend, which is perfect for trimester 1, and it's pregnancy safe as well. So we included that in our first trimester box. We worked with another local vendor out in British Columbia who created a custom belly butter for us for our trimester 2 box. She also created a custom nipple butter blend for us for our postpartum box. And we do research on all the ingredients that are going to be in these products. And if there's ever an ingredient that we see is questionable, we're not sure whether it will work or not, whether it's safe or not, we just avoid it completely. So we have these amazing local businesses who have either reached out to us or we've, found them through social media, and we work with them, and it's really a collaborative relationship. So their expertise is definitely used when we're coming up with products for our boxes.
It sounds so great. And I know that there's so many women out there that listen to this program, and a lot of our listeners are going to be having grandchildren here, and I know they're like, oh my goodness, if my daughter gets pregnant, this would be a perfect thing to get her. And that's what it's all about is, what do we give them, and what a great thing that you're able to do this. One of the things I want to ask you is, do you ship outside of Canada?
We do. So we are shipping to Canada, within Canada, and also to the U.S. And for both of the countries, it's free shipping. So definitely something that people are taking advantage of, and we encourage you to do the same. So we do offer free shipping to Canada and the U.S. And what you said about grandmas wanting to spoil their daughters, that's a very common customer demographic that we've been serving, actually. So there's quite a few moms who want to spoil their daughters and send them a box when not necessarily be with them if they're, in a different province. It's a perfect way to say, we're thinking of you, and here's a little something for you.
Oh, I love that. And especially, and it's crazy to say, but in the last couple of years, there's been a lot of times that we weren't able to see family and friends that, we're having babies. And what a great way to have sent them like this amazing gift. And now you can continue to do that for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a huge convenience factor there. You're not needing to go out to the store and put together these products or do any kind of research. It's really just this curated package that's already been researched and put together for you, and it's just going to be delivered right to your doorstep. So you're keeping mama and baby safe that way. And so we're so happy to be able to provide this service. And not being able to, with the pandemic, it was quite tough on small businesses. So when we started out in April of 2021, our goal was to make sure we support these small businesses who have been impacted by the pandemic. And that's why we work with,
That's
so
wonderful.
many businesses. Yeah. So, when you support PreggoBox, you support 15 to 20 other local businesses, which is huge.
It is huge, and it's so necessary. And I'm all about supporting local and small. I think it's really important, and we've seen the impact the last couple of years has put on small businesses. So thank you so much for doing that.
Of course. No, it's a big part of who we are, and it's really, when we came up with this idea a year ago, it was the number one thing that we wanted to do, and we're really sticking to that. And it's honestly turned out to be so great. We've made so many amazing connections with other small business owners. So many of our vendors are moms themselves, so we also get their input on what kind of products we should be having. They have great suggestions. When you're a small business owner, you're just part of this amazing small business community, and meeting like-minded entrepreneurs such as yourself has been so wonderful.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay, so how can our listeners check you out? What is your website link? What other social media are you on?
Yeah, so you can find us at PreggoBox.ca. That's PreggoBox.ca. And our socials are at PreggoBox.ca as well on Instagram and Facebook. We are also doing markets in Edmonton. So if you're local to Edmonton, Alberta, we're going to be at a couple Christmas markets. And if you follow along on our social media, you'll be able to come and shop us in person, which is kind of a rare thing for us because we do sell online. We are an e-commerce business, but PreggoBox.ca is where you can go to find our all of our products.
Yay, that's awesome. And I'm going to be posting that on all of our social media. So for our listeners that didn't catch that, don't worry, I'm going to be posting that. All right. So I want to ask you, too, you are a supporter of the Terra Center. Can you share a little bit about that?
Sure, yes. So the Terra Center is a nonprofit organization, and they help pregnant and parenting teams, kind of develop those skills to be successful parents. So when we came across their organization, we were really excited by the cause. It began as a small group of young moms who wanted more for themselves and their children. So there's the thing that you really have to think about is, moms who are successful parents will contribute to their children's identity. And so for us to be able to kind of help at that root cause was really important to us. And for us growing up, we were taught that half of our time needed to be spent giving back to the community. And so that was something that was really important for us with this business as well. As, lucky as we are and blessed as we are to be able to do the thing that we do right now, which is to take care of moms and pamper moms, we knew we needed to also give back with what we were getting in. So the Terra Center is somewhere that we've chosen to partner with. They are local to Edmonton, and they're an amazing nonprofit organization. We're so happy to be working with them. They help I think it's 1,000 moms and dads and children in the Edmonton area each year. So we love that we're supporting a local cause. We are all about being, local and supporting small businesses and our local economy and community as much as possible. So they've been awesome to partner with. We donate a portion of our profits from each PreggoBox sale to the Terra Center.
Oh, that is so wonderful. Thank you so much for doing that. And so we're excited because to all of our listeners, remember that, when you're purchasing something for somebody that you care about, you're also helping other people. And I think that's the most important thing you can do. So thank you.
We're so happy to be able to do that.
All right. So now you've been in business for over a year now. You probably have learned so much. One of the things we like to talk about on our program is there any tips and tools that you can maybe share with our listeners today?
Yeah, we've been doing this since April. We did start with the idea in December last year, so it's been a year of planning and hard work, but really been in business for about 7 months. And, you know, I wish that there was some kind of like a secret that I could give or an awesome tip. But I guess the most I have to say is that it takes a ton of hard work and determination. I am such a big planner. I write everything down that I need to do in a day. I have probably about 5 to-do lists, and I'm not sure that I ever really accomplish all of them, all of the tasks on this to-do list. I make as many lists as possible, but I'll probably only check off about 3 or 4 things. But it really helps to organize your life. As an entrepreneur, you're not just running your small business, you still have a life outside of that. So it's really important to also find that balance, I'd say. It took a lot of work for us to be able to let go of certain things. So being a perfectionist at heart, it's what makes us great in this business, but it also makes it really tough to sometimes say no to things or to let things be as they are. And sometimes you just got to trust what you're doing. And if you love what you're doing, you're going to be totally fine. There will be a lot of hard days that make you want to give up. There's days without sales, sometimes weeks, but if you believe in what you're doing and you know it's good, then you'll be fine. For us, anytime we've had a bad day, we come up with 3 things that we're grateful for or 3 good things that have happened and just try and hold on to that. But the good days definitely, help make up for the bad ones. But I do like to also set goals for myself and my business. So I'll set personal goals and then business goals. And so far, we've been doing okay with accomplishing them. So very happy for that. Also very lucky to have a great support system. That's super important too.
Oh, my goodness. That is wonderful. And thank you so much for sharing that with us today.
Of course. Thank you.
Oh, well, I've had a great time with you. I just want to say that, thank you so much for coming on to the Divas That Care. I love learning about new businesses like yours. I love supporting and sharing what you are doing out there. So we hope that you will come back on our show again in the new year and share with, all the great things that you're doing.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much, Candace. That means so much. And I'm so lucky that with this business, I was able to meet someone as incredible as you, be a part of the Divas That Care network. It's wonderful to meet other, female entrepreneurs. And so we're so happy to be here, and we can't wait to be back.
Oh, me too. And I hope that you have an amazing the rest of your year here. And I know that you're going to be helping so many people out there. So anybody that is in the Edmonton, Alberta area, make sure that you check her out. I think that would be great. But I know for all of our listeners that are on a global scale here, you've got to check out this website. It is beautiful. And I can't wait to share it on our social media. Fair enough. I had such a great time. I can't wait, as I said, to have you back in the new year. And thanks to our listeners, and I hope that you all have a fantastic evening. And until next time, please do something kind.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.